Imagine being the first woman ever to win a Nobel Prize, and not just one, but 2 times. Now, imagine doing this in the early 1900s, when women weren't even allowed to go to school like men. That's exactly what Marie Curie did. She discovered huge things in science, changed the world, and showed everyone that women can do anything, even when the world tells them they can't. Her story is all about not giving up, even when things sometimes are tough.
Marie Curie is a perfect example of what a woman can achieve when she decides to follow her dreams, no matter what it gets in her way. But for every Marie Curie, there's so many other women today still facing challenges. These challenges aren't because women aren't capable, but because society sometimes makes it harder for them to succeed. Today, we're going to talk about how women just like Marie Curie keep breaking through these obstacles and achieving amazing things.
Marie Curie's story is not just inspiring. It shows how powerful persistence can be. Marie Curie was born in 1867, when women weren't allowed to get a good education. But instead of giving up, she moved to Paris, where she became the first woman to get a degree at the University of Paris. She discovered radium and polonium, 2 elements that help create treatments for cancer. Even though people didn't believe in her and trying to bring her down, she kept going. She ended up being the first woman to win 2 Nobel Prizes in areas such as physics and chemics in 1903.
Marie Curie lived in a world where people thought the women weren't as smart as men, but she didn't listen to them. She worked hard and long hours in the lab with bad equipment and little help. But the hardest thing wasn't just the sexism. She also had to deal with personal loss. Her husband, Pierre Curie, died in a terrible accident, and Marie was still left to continue their work alone. She raised her kids while still working to advance science. That's real strength. She proved that being a woman doesn't stop you from achieving anything.
Even though things have improved since Marie Curie's time, women still face a lot of challenges. Some of these challenges are harder to see, but they are still here. Women often had to work too much harder than men to get the same recognition in their careers. Also, women are still paid less than men in many jobs, and often are not well recognized as leaderships. Even though more women are choosing these careers than ever before, they are still a small part of workers in many industries.
A study shows that women still 28% of people working in many fields, and even fewer women hold leadership roles. But it's not just about the numbers. There's also a lot of bias. Women are often expected to work harder to prove things and demonstrate success in ways that men sometimes don't have to. And for a woman of color, the challenges are even bigger. They face not just gender bias, but also racial discrimination, which can make it even harder for them to succeed.
But here's the good news. Women are not waiting for the permission to succeed. They are making a change. Women often are making these type of walks that are shouting freedom. Women are changing industries since space travel to technology to business.
This sense of community is so important. It's why women's networks have been growing in almost every industry. These networks are places where women support each other, share advice, and encourage each other to keep going. One example is the Women Who Code movement, which helps women in tech grow their careers by providing resources and mentorship. There are also tons of organizations that help women break through the glass ceiling and achieving new things.
But the truth is, women have always had the potential to succeed. Since Marie Curie to today's leaders, women are often helping each other by mentoring, collaborating, and women are proving that success is not about being a man or a woman.
Every one of us has the power to make a difference. If it's by supporting each other women, challenging biases, or simply believing in ourselves, we all have a role to play. When women lift each other up, incredible things happen. So let's continue moving forward. Let's dismantle the barriers that still exist. And let's ensure that the next Marie Curie doesn't face the same obstacles. Together, we'll create a path of her thrive. Because when we stand together, we're not just changing the future. We're honoring all the women who came before us and giving hope to those who will follow.
Together, we can change the world. Just like Marie Curie said, Nothing in this life is to be feared, it's just to be understood. And when we understand the power we have, there is nothing stopping us from achieving success.
So after this, now, we hope you understand that every one of us has the power to make a difference. Not only by supporting others, but to remove those barriers that still exist. My name is Sofia Alarcon.
And my name is Paulina Hernandez Perez. And thank you for being here. It was an honor to talk to you.